it's a verse, I guess. I guess it's a verse. The way you fight can be really challenging.
Complex
Like you
and
have to,
balanced.
yeah,
That's
complex
our
and balanced.
definition of
Exactly.
verse. Top
Yes.
is demanding
Yeah.
and punishing. Bottom is
Uh-huh.
mysterious and inviting, so like a fun game. And then verse is just complex and balanced.
I think that's the
I
one.
think
I would
verse
give
is
it
where you want it. You want to be verse, I think.
yeah. I think
Sometimes
so.
you do want to
Totally.
just get like, punished.
It flip-flops, I guess, like because there's some things when it is
That
really challenging and other
exactly
times
is
when
a
it's
verse.
complex. So yeah.
It flip flops.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of the Out of Sync Gaming Podcast, the show where we talk about the games we want to whenever they came out, because that's what we're playing. We'll talk old stuff, we'll talk new stuff, we'll talk everything in between. I am your host, WckdGmrUK Allen, but on this episode, you can call me Waluigi, because he is my favorite character in Mario Kart World. And as always, I am joined by the most amazing co-host in the world, Mike Malldee, aka the Rootin' Tootin' Scootin' Cow. How you doing,
Moo.
Mike?
A fucking cow. Um,
Fucking cow.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm enjoying Mario Kart. I haven't got much sleep. Been playing the Switch 2 a lot, and I know you have been now, finally. But
Oh,
yeah, welcome back to
so good.
London. We're in the same time
Thanks.
zone.
Yeah, good to
Enjoying a
be home.
margarita.
Good to be back. Ooh, get that. You can take the boy out of Texas, but you can't take the margarita out of the boy.
That's true.
I love it.
But the margarita sometimes does come out, so
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, Mike. You've had the chance to really go like deep dive into all things Switch 2. I've really loved your unboxing videos on the system, the controllers, your tips and tricks from Mario Kart World. Totally leaned into those
my tits
when
and
I've been
hips.
playing it. Yeah, your tits and hips. So yeah, it's been a great couple of weeks. I think just so the listeners out there know, just to round out the saga on my Switch 2. Oh gosh. So the last thing from the last episode, we were waiting to find out when it was going to get delivered. Um, and the company that was delivering it updated my app because I had to change the address because I wasn't going to be home. I was going to be in San Francisco and like blah blah blah. So eventually the address gets changed and I asked for it to be delivered on Friday the 13th. Well, what?
I was just gonna say that's why.
Well,
There's where the saga begins.
100%, 100%. That's probably the first sign I should have
Well,
said not having delivered
backtrack a
that day.
little bit. When originally it was supposed to be delivered to my house
Yes.
on launch day,
Yeah.
and then and my pre-order wasn't going to come for a couple more days afterwards, so I was going
Hmm.
to take yours, and I was like, it's mine now. And then when you got back in town on Friday the 13th, I would ride my bike over to your house and drop it off. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. It was a very well like
it was
planned
supposed to
out.
work out
It was
perfectly.
perfect. It was going to be perfect. It was going to be
Was.
perfect. Well, then the gods shined down on you because you took the option to go down to the midnight launch and pick one up there, which I'm so glad you did. Um, and then yeah, my didn't show up to your place. They never got that address. They said they were going to ship it to my place, which was like, that's not what I asked for. It's meant to be shipped to yours. So then I was going to have it shipped to a local news agent where Richard could have gone and picked it up after work. They then said, there's a problem with our delivery system. We will let you know when your package is out for delivery. And I was like, oh, sugar. They wouldn't let me choose the news agent anymore. So then I had to call like three people to get them to change the address to go to my mother-in-law's place so that somebody would be home to collect it. So that all happened. And then I said, I want it delivered on Friday the 13th. Well, it didn't get delivered on Friday the 13th. They delivered it on Wednesday the 11th. So I woke
I mean,
up
that's
at
at
like,
least it was delivered.
well, wait, because I woke up at 11, like 6 a.m. San Francisco time, which is like 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. UK time. And then they'd put a picture in the app saying your parcel's been delivered. And I don't recognize the door. I don't recognize the place. And it's the wrong address. So I have no fucking idea where my Nintendo Switch 2 is hanging out somewhere in London on someone's doorstep, right? So I had to like quickly call my mother-in-law and be like, you didn't happen to get a package, did you? I don't recognize that. She's like, no, it's not here. And I was like, oh, sugar in the tea.
Sugar in the tea.
I was like, what am I going to do? So long and the short, I called. I was put back from like pillar to post from like loads of different, people saying, we can't help you. We can help you. And then eventually a really nice person said, okay, I can see that it's in the system and it's going to be delivered on Friday. And I was like, are you sure? And they were like, yes. And I was like, okay. So, yeah, eventually it does show up on Friday, which was great. Mother-in-law texted me to say the package is here, but there was another little wrinkle to it. She was like, the box is open. And I was like, what? I was like,
You didn't tell me this.
I forgot to tell you this part. So she was like, the box is open. And I was like, Muriel, open that box right now.
Muriel?
And, yeah, Muriel, get it out. So I thought she meant like the brown packaging that it comes in, like the cardboard box, not the box itself.
Oh, the Switch's box was open? The Switch itself?
The Switch's box itself was open, but I only clocked that in the evening because I had said to Muriel, just open the cardboard box to see if the actual the Switch box is in there. Because that's what I thought she meant. And so then
terrible Muriel.
she was not terrible.
No, she was not terrible.
She was amazing.
But this was a terrible situation so far.
So yeah, so then Richard gets home after collecting the Switch 2 on his way home from work. He then says to me, he was like, the box is open. I was like, yeah, I know. I had your mom open it. And he's like, no, the Switch 2 box is open. I was like, what? And I was like, oh my God, please do not let this be the situation I think it's going to be. But he opened it up. He looked in it and he was like, no,
how was it open? Was it just like, it was like open? How she opened the box and the box was just like open?
No,
like laid out with its legs spread out and everything. Like
no, it was not spread eagle at all. It was not. Yeah, it was not like.
Because when I bought my Switch, the little sticker that closes, you each have to like cut it open or whatever, or undo those little round clear stickers. It literally was like it was already open. It was,
that's what it was like
was.
for mine.
I just think because they've been sitting probably for like months in some warehouse somewhere in London.
Right.
And through the cold and like the warm spells that we've had, it just that little sticky flap just gave up.
Well, that was the piece that Richard said that had been opened, and so he called me on video and
because I also was concerned when I got home to do my unboxing. I was like, oh, they're gonna think I really didn't, they're gonna think I already opened it or whatever, which I did. But I was like, but then I looked, I was like, wait, it's already been opened, and then so I looked and everything was fine. So
yeah, so I guess all is well that ends well. So listeners, you can all breathe a big sigh of relief. I have my Switch 2. I've transferred everything. I've done my downloads. I've got my GameCube controller. I don't have the Switch 2 Pro controller. That's going to be I'll get that later. Probably. Yeah, you've been saying how good it is, and I've been
nice.
seeing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just give me your money. Give them more of your money. Just take it.
There's one like quality of life feature that I think is so like shady Nintendo move.
What's that?
So like all the other the controllers all work with the system. Everything is pretty like, compatible. Mm-hmm. But the original Switch controller doesn't power on the Switch 2 system.
Yes. That is. But the new GameCube one that the GameCube one for the whatever, that does power on the Switch, I've noticed. Oh. And I was so mad that none of my other Pro controllers will power on the Switch. What's funny is I think it does connect to it, but it won't turn it on or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or no. I think the thing just keeps on, the lights just go back and forth, and it doesn't connect unless it's already on. So that's why one of the reasons why I was like, I'm buying a Pro controller. I'm not dealing with this crap.
It is so annoying. That is,
especially for somebody who plays with it, who's been playing with it mainly docked. I'm so glad that was a day one buy for me.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing that you just go like, oh, son of a bitch, Nintendo.
Yes.
And then another one that I found out was, so the like they have the GameCube controller, the Super Nintendo controller, the Genesis controller, and Mega Drive. Mm-hmm. They also have the Nintendo controllers. But do you remember how when they first released those charge by sliding onto the Switch 1 slide rails where the Joy-Cons go?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and there's no USB-C plug. So there is no way to charge your Nintendo controllers for the Nintendo Switch Online games if you want to use the original.
Wait, what Nintendo controller? You mean the original NES controllers?
Yes,
like
the original NES ones.
Oh, that's rude. Oh, they would. I didn't know they slid onto their.
Yeah. So that's how they charge them.
So you'd have to buy a separate thing that, like the little charging station for for original Switch controllers.
No, original Nintendo controllers. Yeah, which is fine. I mean, like it's kind of just one of those like dumb decisions that Nintendo made. But like,
I mean, I'm all for the magnet. Don't get me wrong, but
oh yeah, it's so nice. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I think those are kind of the two things that stand out at me right away that are kind of a little bit annoying. But yeah, it's pretty good. I want to talk more about kind of my experience of transferring things over and getting into actually playing the system a little later in the episode. But before we get into talking about some of the games we've been playing, I want to just give a little shout out to the fact that I went to the Nintendo store in San Francisco. That was pretty cool. Mike, have you been to one of the Nintendo stores before?
I've only been to the New York City one.
Okay.
And yeah, then there's only 3, right?
I think so. I think there's the San Francisco, the New York, and then there's the one in Japan.
And then Japan.
Yeah.
I've only been to the New York one, which I was overwhelmed immediately. Plus, it was in the middle of the day. I only had like 3 hours to explore the city before I had to get back and get in a van to go back to the airport. So, and thank goodness the Nintendo store was pretty close to my hotel. It was like, I'd say like 15-minute walk at the most. So I got there and I went in, I was like, and I was just looking around and I was so overwhelmed. What did I buy? And I bought something. I don't remember what I bought. I think I bought a video game. I don't remember which Switch game I bought.
Cool.
But and then I didn't buy any merch. I just bought. I know what it was. I bought the Pokemon Go Eevee edition with the Pokeball. I bought the little Pokeball controller, which is so cool. I wish they would make more games that would use it because it's such a cool device. But I bought that. I bought that at the Nintendo store that day I went, and that's about it. Or maybe I just bought the Pokeball controller, but I did something Pokemon, and it was about the same time that the Eevee and Pikachu Pokemon, not Pokemon Go, but Pokemon, whatever, that one game, the remake of Pokemon Yellow, basically.
Yeah,
Let's
Pokemon,
go Eevee or Let's Go Pikachu.
Eevee. That's the one. Yeah. And
I beat it in like 3 days.
Never played it.
It is a classic. It is one of the best games. Obvious. I mean, if you like Pokemon, it's like the special edition. You know, it's like so cool. And you get a Pikachu. You can borrow mine.
I think I need to buckle down and play a Pokemon. I've always like started them and never really been able to.
Would you rather play like the Game Boy edition, or would you rather play like the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee or Let's Go Pikachu?
I think
it's the same exact game. Just one's upgraded graphics on the Switch. Yeah. The other one is classic. You know,
I think probably the classic Game Boy. I
have that as well. So.
Oh, okay. I wish they would just put that on Nintendo Switch Online or the Game Boy one.
I have the Game Boy Color and I have the original Pikachu one. I could let you borrow one, I guess. But I also have the blue, but it's the same game, just the Pikachu is the special edition one. And then you can also just get it on like an emulator, but on your phone even.
Mm-hmm. But we don't advocate for that here. We don't advocate for that.
Do we?
Illegal.
Is it illegal?
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't give a shit. I don't know. Whatever. Just play the games you want to, however you want.
Play the games you want, however you want.
Yeah, I think. What are your like impressions of the Nintendo store? Like, what do you like? How do you feel about it?
Well, like I said, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
The one when you called me at the San Francisco one, it was ginormous. I think it might be bigger than the New York one, but honestly, like I was in there and you know when you're so excited to do something and you go, and when you're there, once you're there, it's overwhelming and then you kind of just forget the whole experience.
Right. Yes.
That was me at the New York Nintendo store. I was like, okay, there's a statue of Link from Breath of the Wild and he looks amazing. And then there was Pikachu stuff everywhere. And then I said, here's my money. And I walked out because it was crowded and I was overwhelmed. And it was before 2020. And I was like, okay.
It's too much.
Yeah, too much. Because I think after 2020, things are not as crowded in stores as much as they would have been. You know, there was like no limit, no fire code or anything. I mean, there was a fire code, obviously. But nobody really paid attention to it. Like, I feel like it could be super crowded in there and you can't move and, but now it's like, oh, no, there's too many people. Like, they'll limit, things. So.
Yeah, that's a real life game Nintendo likes to play at the New York store. It's like, how many people can we squeeze in before we break the fire code, right?
Exactly.
Come play play games with your life. Yeah, I think. Did you in terms of the New York store? Did you go upstairs and see the museum of all the consoles?
Yes, I do remember that. Now that you said that, it was really cool. It was like every single console in the history, and I was like, "What is a Virtual Boy?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I have to look this up."
So cool. And did you see the Game Boy that was still working after it was like from the Iraq War? One of the soldiers had it, and it got hit by a bomb. Yeah, so cool. So it was like completely just like half of it destroyed. But they've got it plugged in with an AC adapter, and they're showing that it still is playing Tetris on a loop. So yeah, that's awesome. Really cool. And then I don't know if at the time like Amiibo had come out yet when you went, but they had the whole like display of every Amiibo that they had.
Amiibo was out. It was Breath of the Wild. Switch was out, so yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that part of the Nintendo store in New York I love. I've been several times, and like anytime I have like a spare hour or whatever, I'll always pop in there and just go and like look at all the systems and check out all the Amiibos and stuff. But the San Francisco store, I think you're right. I think it's much bigger. It's over 2 floors. And
Nintendo's
it goes like
more than 2 floors, isn't it? It's 2 floors.
Yeah, it's 2 floors.
New York is more than 2.
Yeah, so they're both 2. Yeah, they're both 2 floors, but the San Francisco store is definitely like more like deeper and longer, I suppose. Like it just has more real estate in it. You like that, Mikey?
I'm just all I heard. All I had already done heard.
Let me tell you about the Nintendo store.
Okay.
Brought to you by RuPaul. So there was like it 100% overwhelming, right? Like I was just like,
oh my god, you were having so much fun though. Like you were giving me a whole tour on FaceTime. And you're like, look at this silly little stupid thing here. Look at this little stupid thing. Look at this thing. Look at that Pikachu. And I was like, oh my
god, so much stuff.
It was really late here when you did. I think it was 2 a.m. And
I was late.
But I was just like, okay. I was like, I wanted to be so excited for you, but also I was trying to be quiet because I didn't want to wake sleepers. By sleepers, I mean Johnny. And then, so I was just like, yeah, oh my God, it's so cool. So awesome.
Yeah, you were doing like excitement ASMR. Like, it was amazing. God.
Yeah. That's so cool.
It's just, I think it is overwhelming. But the one thing that like, so I'm not like a huge merch person. Like I bought a hat, I got you a shirt that I still need to give you. And then I got like a jumper that's like Zelda, but I like the low key stuff that's not like in your face. I kind of like to be a little bit like subtle about it, but it's great. Every franchise is represented, like from subtle to like in your face, classic things.
Was Mega Man represented?
No, that's Capcom. So they don't like it.
But wasn't it Nintendo at some point? It was always on Nintendo.
It was always on Nintendo, and then but because
Nintendo it's not was doing Nintendo exclusive or original.
No, it was originally on the original Nintendo because I'm just a nerd. It was originally on the original Nintendo because of the way, like, you're not really a gamer. Because of the way Nintendo's shady practices would in like the early days, they would like tell publishers if you publish on our system, you have an exclusivity clause and you can't publish on other systems, and so that was like a huge problem for.
Have they made any more Mega Man since the 3DS? Because that's the last I remember playing Mega Man was on my DS even or whatever it was.
Yeah. I think they have. I don't really keep up with Mega Man all that much. So if you listeners out there know anything about Mega Man, tell us what's the latest one that came out.
Yeah, what's the T?
Yeah, so I guess, I just would say if you have a chance to anybody, if you haven't been to a Nintendo store yet and you have the chance, if you're in New York, San Francisco, or lucky enough to be in Japan, like it's just it feels like, because I'm not like a Disney adult.
Did you feel like you were home?
But that's the point. I walked in and I was like, oh, I know what it feels like to be a kid, and I just know what it feels like to like, I'm just so happy they finally got it. But imagine if you were a kid and you were such a Nintendo stan like we are, like going into that store would have been like better than going to Disney in my mind, right?
It's so good. I can't wait to go to Nintendo World whenever I go. And when I go to the one in Japan, I want to go to the one in Orlando. It's gonna be so good. Yeah. Speaking of though, when you like you said, you're not like a big merch person.
Yeah.
But like going to that store and seeing all the plushies and this and
Hmm.
that, you're like, I kind of want to be a merch person. Like I want that Splatoon doll that I don't even play the game anymore, but I want the Splatoon doll. I don't play because all these children kick my butt. But I'm just like, and I want that little Pokemon there. I don't even know what it's called. And I want this. I'm like, oh, like you just want everything. And then you were showing me some of the prices, and they weren't actually that bad. Like a shirt was like $25, or a
Hmm.
hat. A hat you showed me was $25. Like I paid $40 for a hat. Like this hat
Hmm.
was more than $25, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah. It's not too bad. And I think,
I mean, the way they priced that Switch, I'm just kind of like, I'm surprised everything was kind of like affordable.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It's I think it's priced just at the right place, and the quality is really good too. Like it's not cheap build or material or whatever. So
Yeah, like the t-shirts,
they've
they
got a good
felt
thing.
like they were gonna last a while.
Yeah, for sure, for
I'm
sure.
excited to try on
Um,
my Metroid t-shirts.
yeah, it's really cool. I think it's gonna look great on you. So yeah, I just loved it, and I've got some footage of the store, so I'm gonna make a short and pop it up on the Out of Sync Gaming Station on YouTube for people to see, and we'll put those on socials. But yeah, if you have the chance and you're near a Nintendo store, definitely recommend going. It's just a really good vibe. Everybody's
Hmm.
happy to be there, and you will definitely drop some cash. So if it's
You don't
not
have to though.
time,
You can just visit for free, right?
that's true. You can, but like I couldn't because I was like, I just need some of it, and I don't really have it. So
Exactly.
yeah,
You're wearing the hat, so
I am. Yeah, I'm into it. I think it's good.
it looks good on you.
Yeah, so cool. Check it out, listeners. And if you do go, send us an email, gamers@addisongaming.co.uk. Tell us about your experience. Comment in the video comment section to see. Tell us about your experience of going because we'd love to hear it.
We would love it.
And speaking of things that we love or maybe don't love, we've been playing some games, Mike.
I
Uh,
have.
yeah. So,
And you have
what?
as well.
Yeah, I want to talk about finishing up Zelda Echoes of Wisdom.
Did you finish that
Uh,
up on your flights?
no, I finished it on the Switch too.
Oh,
Yeah, so that
you were
was kind of a
waiting
nice
for it.
thing.
You were
Uh
waiting
huh.
for it because of the updates and stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to see
That
how
was one of
if
the
it
ones that
ran
got a
better and
free
stuff.
update, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if it was like an official update. Like they didn't really talk about it. They just said it runs better on the hardware,
Yeah, I
basically.
read that it was
Yeah.
having like a lot of like frame rate issues with the
Hmm.
Echoes of Wisdom. And it also like the loading times were really long on that one, I believe.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like the same with Link's Awakening, but Link's Awakening was a little bit because they're the same kind of art style.
Yeah.
But I
Same
feel like
company.
Echoes of Wisdom though it was a lot more hardware or not hardware, but a lot more on the processor to manage.
Yeah, there's
So
definitely a lot more systems in the background with the creation of the different items and like how they interact with the, characters on screen and stuff. So yeah, I think it was asking a lot more of the Switch when it came out, and the frame rate did dip quite a lot. And I guess like I don't have loads to say because there's a review if you want to read my deep dive review, you can check it out on the website. But like I think overall, I love what Nintendo, the direction they went with
mhm.
this. They Breath of the Wild, and not only Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom. They took those like great like go anywhere mechanics and then also the creation mechanics and found a way to kind of like shrink it down into a cute little 2D world. And for the most part, I think the execution was pretty good. But by the end, I was pretty much only using like 3 or 4 of the echoes because I was sort of overpowered and it was easy to use like some of that I'd found just that would kill everybody really quick.
Okay.
Um, but the the story of it, like they did such a good job with characterizing Try. Do you know Try, the little spirit that follows you
Oh
around that
yeah,
gives you the power to like create the things? I just found myself. I don't know if
I
it's because
haven't
it was
played it
I.
yet, so
Ah, oh, okay, okay,
we're actually gonna do that virtual game share thing, so you can
yeah,
share the card virtually or whatever, and
yeah,
then because you bought it digital, right?
I did, yeah,
So let's do that. Let's try it. So then I can play it for however I think it's 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever it is.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And I would love to hear what you think about it because I think overall, like the first half of the game I really enjoyed. The second half became a little bit like, okay, I get it now, and it's going on a little bit, but the characterization, the story, even the mechanics were still fun, but like, yeah, as I said, it got to the point where I was like, oh, I've got to like create another I've got to create another Echo. I've got to create another Echo, and I kind of wanted to just like wrap up the game.
It got a little tedious.
Yeah, I think it did. It could have maybe just been
Monotonous.
like yeah, I think, but not in a way that like I was overly annoyed with. It was more just like, okay, this just feels more repetitive rather than kind of exciting and new.
You only play as Zelda in this game?
Well, no, because what you do is you
there a
get
spoiler
spoilers. So jump ahead if you want to in the next probably 30 seconds or 45 seconds.
Covering my ears.
Oh, do you not want to know?
Tell me.
Oh,
I don't care. Spoilers don't bug me.
Yeah. So,
Unless it's about Zelda.
Well, it is about Zelda. Yeah. So the whole story is that you're trying to find Link because he's been trapped in this kind of like this world, like this void, if you will. And he shows up in like evil Link form because the demon character has possessed him, and you actually have to fight him several times as Zelda. You're fighting evil Link, and then once you beat him the first time, you then get the ability to turn into Link. So it's kind of like and when you turn into him,
is Sheik in this at all?
No. No. Impa is. Yeah, Impa. She's an older.
But isn't Sheik
character.
Zelda? I always thought so.
Yeah.
Or it's Samus out of the suit. Zero Suit Samus is Sheik. Sorry, I don't know.
That was like the best nerdy analogy you could ever make, because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can turn into Link if you have like a power bar, and that takes away your power bar, but then when you're in Link, you can use the sword really quickly, or you can use your arrows, or you can jump higher. So there are cases for when you can.
Okay, I really want to play this game now.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's been on my list. I just been saving money for the Switch too, so But if I can borrow it, and like the virtual borrowing thing, I think that would be amazing. We have to figure out how that works, but
it's going to literally be a game changer. I think in terms of like sharing games and whatnot. So I think just kind of rounding out those thoughts, I think overall, I think the game sits at like, it's definitely a top for me. I think it is challenging. I think it is like demanding, and then it also has like bottom vibes as well, though, because like it's a verse, I guess it's a verse, because some of the like challenging, the way you fight can be really challenging.
Complex and balanced.
Yeah, complex and balanced.
That's our definition of verse. Top is demanding and punishing. Bottom is mysterious and inviting, so like a fun game.
Yeah.
And then verse is just complex and balanced. So
I think that's the one. I
think verse is where you want it. You want to be verse. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Sometimes you do want to just get like punished, but
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and I think so it kind of it flip flops, I guess, like because there's some things when it is really challenging, and other times when it's complex. So, 100%. 100%. So it's good. I would definitely recommend people check it out if they haven't played it. If you've been like Echoes of Wisdom curious, like like satisfy that curiosity, go pick it up. It's kind of cozy as well, right? The way that you would have like,
and the music is probably just like really cool and nice and beautiful.
That is one of the best parts of this. They really get the music done so well. And if like once you realize that the game doesn't want you to do like action fighting in the way that you're typically used to in a Zelda like game, then you realize it wants you to take your time, just kind of check out what the challenge is, use your echoes to pull them out as you need to, and kind of have a little fun, just like slowly making your way through it. Then once you kind of get into that space, you go, okay, the game just wants me to approach this in a non-traditional like Zelda way. And then you can go, all right, this is kind of cool. So
you're not playing as Link this time. So
exactly.
You got to approach it a different way.
Totally. Yeah, all of that. And I think, yeah. So yeah, play it, Mike, because then I'd like to hear your thoughts, and then maybe say a little bit more about the kind of final boss battle because I have thoughts on it. But
Okay.
maybe let's wait till you play it, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, I would like that actually.
Cool. What about you, Mike? What have you been up
Yeah.
to?
So last night other than Mario Kart World, I've been like just balls deep in it. And it
Yeah.
has been really I want more, but it's giving me everything I need. And so I don't even know how to explain it. Like I want the open world to be better, but we'll get into Mario Kart World later. But
Yeah.
last night I downloaded a game because Nintendo conveniently sent me an email saying one of your games on your wish list is on sale. And I was like, what game is on sale? And like, what's on my wish list? And I remember a long time ago, I added this game called Mr. Shifty. Sounds so stupid, I know. Mr. Shifty.
Oh,
And
Shifty, what a title.
yeah. And I downloaded, I added that to my list. And and then I clicked to see how much it was, and it was $3.49 or something like that, 47 cents.
Great.
And I said, okay, well, all right, yeah, I'll download it. So I downloaded it last night at like 11:30 p.m. And then I started playing, and it was really good. And so what Mr. Shifty is, so imagine you're a superhero who can teleport. You're playing as Mr. Shifty, and your job is to sneak into the bad guy's building, steal important stuff, and escape without getting caught.
Cool.
So you can teleport, you can dodge around things, dodge around enemies. You're like a super fast ninja. Every room is full of bad guys, all different types of bad guys too, which is kind of like I kept on approaching and experiencing like brand new bad guys. And then you have to be smart, you have to be quick, and you have to like learn how to use your little teleporting ability to like shift around everything and go through walls and whatnot. So it's kind of like playing hide and seek with superpowers. So anyway.
Oh, cool.
But your goal is to kill because you can't progress to the next level, next stage until you kill everybody in that room. So
okay.
Anyway, so it's like 18 floors or whatever, and I'm on the last floor. Okay, I'm on the last level, and it is a top. Okay, it is demanding. It is just brutal at this point, and it is just kicking my ass. And so I'm finally getting through it, and I'm like about to enter the last room, and I'm what I think is the last room. I don't know. We'll never know because it says software error, and then it shuts down. And then I'm like,
no.
And then so I open it back. I'm like, where am I? Where am I? And it starts me back at the very beginning of the last level. By the way, to get to where I was, it was like maybe, I don't know, 6 to 8 rooms that were difficult just to get there. So now I had to go back through. So I went back through it like 3 more times. Got to the last room, same shit. And I was so mad. So now I don't even know how it ends. I don't care how it ends anymore. By the way, I stayed up till like 5 a.m. playing this game because I was like, this game is so stupid. Yet the title is so stupid, but the game itself, I was like, I really am enjoying these mechanics, and it's very challenging. It's like a puzzle game meets like ninja stealth death war, whatever.
Cool.
And I thought it was really good game, but now I'm thinking it's maybe there's something with the Switch too that's causing this to happen because I was looking online and I didn't really find much. Other people have experienced like, just shuts off automatically, but not like specific to the game. And so I'm just like, maybe it's the Switch 2 that's doing this because this game has been in my list for like 6 years. And so I just, or whatever, 5 years, I don't know. And I've been wanting to buy it and I just never did. So anyway, I'm not going to finish it. I'll just YouTube it and see how it ends.
I wonder because I feel like there are like databases being created by like, the internet out there that's like breaking down like enhancements that happen on Switch 2, but then also games that don't work, as they should. So I can't remember I saw it on one of the podcasts I listened to, but I can't remember, but maybe look for that database, Mike, because you could see maybe.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Took me a minute.
And then I guess so explain to me a little bit more. So like so you go into a room, right? And as you say, you're playing hide and seek. What do the graphics look like?
Okay,
what
so it's all top down. It's all top down.
Like a Zelda.
Almost. Like Zelda, but like straight up top down.
Yeah,
like,
not 3/4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And every room has walls, and sometimes you're in a building, the most secure building in the world, they say. And there's a narrator, like she's like, her name's Nyx. Why is everybody's name Nyx? Anyway, like in your Star Wars Outlaws game is Nyx, and in my Hades game is Nyx, and now this game has Nyx. Anyway, so her name's Nyx, and she's like talking to you. She's kind of punny, but kind of like cringe, and and she's, you can't hear anything. It's just you're reading subtitles. And she's like saying, you have to complete this mission, and it's this like super powerful plutonium magnum or whatever it's called. You need to steal it before he like tries to destroy the world. And so, and you're in this building and you're going floor to floor. And when you get to my favorite part was when you get to the elevator, because that means you're done with that stage. But then when you walk in the elevator, you're going to the next level, literally both level and the level in the game.
Oh yeah.
And cool. And it's like playing this really peaceful elevator music, and you're just in the elevator going up. But the graphics are very, I guess 2D, or not really 2D. It's kind of like if they made this in Microsoft Paint, and it's kind of painted, colorful, not amazing graphics, but it looks better than like a older 2D game, indie game.
Right.
But I can't explain it. It's just like, it's like Microsoft. Someone went into Microsoft Paint and is very advanced.
Okay.
In Microsoft Paint, it was
cool.
like, oh, that looks really good. So
they're a pro user.
Yeah, like you really zoomed in and did every pixel. So, but yeah, and it's a fun game, and you just shift between the rooms. And then one of my favorite parts was that when somebody comes at you and you're like pa pa pa, just hitting them, and then you're near like the windows of the building, and they fly out. They go they fly into they fly out of the building, and it's kind of
cool
graphic, and they're like, oh, sorry, like we're dead. But then I thought about that because I wasn't that high up. I was like, I wasn't even that high up on this floor. I was like on level 2 or something. Like he's all screaming forever when he's falling, but whatever.
And in terms of like the play mechanics, so as you've said, you have to like teleport between walls so that you can like go.
So yeah, so like say you're in the hallway. You're in the hallway and someone's walking through, and they have it. They're like, and then they target you with the gun, so you can just teleport from the hallway into the next, like into the. It's an office building, so you can teleport into the next like cubicle or office space. And then they open the door to come at you, and then you can hit the door, and the door will fly off, and it'll crush them, and then yeah, but you don't have any guns. You're only like a ninja, and then you can pick up staffs, and you can pick up sticks. They have guns and bazookas and all this stuff in an office building. But
seems a little unfair.
Yeah, but then you can like you break like a desk and you pick up a wooden plank, and then you're
cool.
So I mean, the game was satisfying because I did play it for like 5 hours last night.
Yeah,
and then I played it for like 3 hours this morning, and then I was about to beat the game, and I was really upset that I couldn't finish it, but now I'm over it. So back to Mario Kart World.
So it just like I have a few more questions. So like it seems like it is like stealth, almost like a stealth kind of
environment
where you have to like
you can approach it any way you want. However, if you try to go in after all of them, you're going to have like 10 people on you at one time, and you're going to get shot. So, and one hit and you're out. Like you're done.
Okay.
But I mean, it puts you back. And then at the end of the level, when you get in the elevator, it tells you how long it took you to complete that stage. Okay. And then how many deaths you did. And then my number, one of them was like 53 deaths. I was like, I did this 53 times. And I was like, I can't believe it. Like you don't realize how like sunk into a game you are until you see them tell you, you finally beat it on your 54th try.
That seems
what the hell? That seems like I only died like once, which I was really proud of.
Yeah.
But then most of them were double digits. So
yeah,
I would say teens. Most of them were.
So
teens.
there is like it sounds like it's got a pretty good gameplay loop, right? So you like want to get to the end, and actually it's enjoyable trying to figure out how to. And
it is available on Steam, I believe, as well, and other platforms. And I would like to finish it, I guess, but I played that last level over and over, and I think I did it like 6 times before, and then every time software failure or whatever, and then and it conked out, like the Switch 2 conked out, and I was like, okay. And now I'm just like, I don't want to go through that again because it's brutal.
Yeah. So is that do you recommend it to listeners to pick up?
I recommend it not on the Nintendo Switch 2.
Right.
So
Okay.
I think if it's for $3.50 and you can get it on Steam or even cheaper, I think it would be fun to play. I think it is. I think it's very entertaining, and I see it as a puzzle game with violence. So
okay. Yeah, that's cool. So easy to pick up and play. You can jump in and try to get through a level and then maybe put it down. It doesn't have to take up too much of your time. Or you can like all night it like you did, Mike Malldee.
You could. I mean, it's a short game. It's not that long.
Yeah. Yeah. But I love it when games like a good testament to a game for me is when no matter how complex it is or how, simple it is, like if it can get you in the hook of like, all you got to do is this one little thing and like push you along, if it can feed that like gameplay loop really well, then for me, that's magic. That's gold dust because you just want to keep going.
I just looked it up on Steam and it's £12 and 79 cents. So it's like $15.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then for the collector's edition, it's like £15. I'm like, okay, so I guess I got a good deal, but I mean, they're like, haha, but you can't finish.
I'm really sad about that for you, Mike. It's
okay. I'm completely over it because I opened up Mario Kart World and I got number 1 online play against all the other people, and my number is really high. Like I have like 67,000 or 66,700 in my number, and every time I'm in a room, and then maybe they just match me with other people, but I'm always the highest number normally.
Yeah.
I have seen a couple 7,000s. So I'm like, damn. I'm like that'll be me one day. So
yeah.
But I'm doing really good in Mario Kart World online. With the knockout. So.
Yeah, let's get into it on Mario Kart World. I think lots of things to say here. Yes. I think let's start with you, Mike. So you've had it now and been playing it for, over a week, almost, basically just a week now.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks. No, it's 2 weeks.
It's been 12 days, I believe.
12 days. Okay.
Let's see. Hey Siri, how long ago was June 5th?
You've just turned on everybody's Siri devices that's listening to this.
My Siri knows my voice. Actually, she's in Do Not Disturb, so she's not listening.
Not this. Right now. Well, however long it's been, I don't know.
It's been 12 days.
I'm not talking about it. 12 days. 12 days it is.
12 days.
So you've had it for 12 days. What have you achieved in the game? Like, have you like completed it, even though you can't, kind of thing? And what are you loving about it? What are you not loving about it?
Sure.
Break it down, Mike.
So, the visuals are chef's kiss. They're a lot. Except my one gripe with the visuals is some of the rocks. I'm like, when I'm trying to like jump off of a rock, like do a little little jump in the air and get your. They're very hard edge, like points, like they're very just drawn sharp edges.
Oh, right.
It's like the water looks amazing, the other textures look amazing, but then I look at these rocks, I'm like, what did someone just not did they just like copy paste, like what what did you do with these rocks? Like you didn't make them look like rocks, they just kind of look like old graphics, and it's like, so it's kind of like confused on that, but everything else is like really, everything looks really good. I don't know. Yeah, I really have been enjoying it. So what you asked was what I've unlocked. Have I beat the game? No, I haven't got every costume for every character yet because sadly I always play with the cow, and the cow does not have any costumes to change into. So
oh, man. What?
I know. Piranha Plant, I think he does, because when you scroll through, you can see the outline, like the silhouette of the characters.
Right.
And then you can see, okay, that's obviously Luigi. So you have one. And also, if you are in open world and you hit the Y button, it'll open up the map, and you can scroll over all the active characters that are driving around in the open world, and it'll tell you how many costumes you've already unlocked for them if you hover over them. Yeah.
Cool.
And so I'm only missing one for Waluigi. I got all of Mario. Sorry, I'm only missing one for Luigi. I've gotten all of Mario's. I've gotten all of Waluigi's now, because when we played together, I was like, okay, now I want the vampire Waluigi.
So good, isn't it?
So I got it. And then, the bats come out from his back. It's so cool. And so I've been working on that. And but apparently Piranha Plant has one because his silhouette is there, but I haven't. I can't. I think he only has one. And the thing is that I believe you have to get the special Yoshi's food service, whatever it is, the diner, Yoshi's Diner food. in a certain location to unlock that type of skin.
Right.
So
Okay.
I got Day of the Dead or Mariachi Waluigi, and he has kind of like a Day of the Dead face. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And
cool.
and that was my final one I locked, and I don't remember where I got it, but I know Luigi has one too. And so now I'm like, okay, I don't know where I was, but I now want to unlock that one for Luigi, and then
right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So I haven't unlocked all the skins, but I'm working on it. And
so just on that one real quick. So it's not about like a luck of the draw. It's like specifically like,
oh no, you have to play
area,
as that character, and you have to go to
to
that
that
area.
Okay.
Eat that food to unlock that skin.
Yeah.
The food also sometimes doesn't do anything other except for give you a speed boost. But
right. Okay. Yeah.
And then I have unlocked mirror mode. So to unlock mirror mode, what you have to do is complete 150cc in all of the cups.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you have to get first place in all of them to complete it, to get mirror mode. But once you complete all of the cups, don't do the special one though yet. And then in open world, you have to get 10 question mark panels, 10 peach medallions, and complete 10 P-switch missions. Once you complete all 10 of those, so those 30 things, then you play Special Cup in 150cc. Again, you don't have to win, but once you complete Special Cup, or if you haven't unlocked mirror mode and because you've already completed Special Cup, but you haven't unlocked all the medallions, or even if you have unlocked got all the medallions, got all the P-switches, got all the question marks, you then have to go back and play Special Cup one more time in 150cc, and then all of a sudden there'll be a cutscene, and then there will be mirror mode. So like, because I had already completed all 150cc in first place. Thank you very much. I see.
All right.
But I didn't get. I was missing like one peach medallion. I had 9, so I had to run around and finally find a peach medallion. Which I realized when you're looking for them, you do not find them. But like when you're just driving around not looking for them, you see them everywhere. So
it's always the way.
So I got my peach medallion, and then I restart the game, and I was like, I don't have mirror mode. I'm like, where is mirror mode? And then I played Special Cup again on 150cc, and then all of a sudden I got a cutscene, and I didn't even get first place, and I got mirror mode. So I don't know what else there is to unlock, but it's. And then what I read was it's 150cc in all the cups or the knockouts. So either one, and you get mirror mode.
Oh, okay.
But you have to play Special Cup for some reason. So maybe it's not that. Maybe it's just all the cups, the regular races. But anyway,
when you were telling us what you have to do to open it, I was like, it almost became like, what?
Well, here's what's even crazy. Here's what's even funnier. Here's what's even funnier.
Follow that.
Nintendo.
I get it though.
Nintendo sent it. Actually, let me see if I can pull this up. Nintendo sent an email. They sent 2 emails. First, they sent an email telling you like, "Oh, thank you for playing Mario Kart World." Let's see. I'm excited. Thank you for playing. Let's see here. So it says, "Thank you for playing Mario Kart World," and it tells you all like these things, and then it says mirror mode. Oh God, is this it? Okay, I don't know. Thank you for playing Mario, and then it says mirror mode. To unlock mirror mode, come on. I think it's because I'm not. There we go. Okay. Where is it? Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this. Sorry. Okay, so anyways, it says to unlock. It says to unlock mirror mode, get first place in all 150cc cup get first place in all 150cc cup rally completed to unlock this.
Right.
And then, it says discover a new way to race in free roam. You'll need. Oh yeah. So yeah, it says that originally that you needed just to get first place in all the 150cc cup or knockout.
Yeah.
And then I did that and it didn't happen. And then now they sent out a second email saying correction to a newsletter you recently received. And then it says the correction is you'll need 10 question mark panels, 10 peach medallions, and 10 successful P-switch missions, plus every 150cc cup and rally completed to unlock this. So I was like, oh my God, Nintendo, you like mess with my mind.
They don't even know.
They didn't even know how to unlock mirror mode. So yeah, I got 2 emails from Nintendo. One saying thank you for playing Mario Kart World, and the second one was like correction. thank you for playing, but also this is how you do it, not how we said earlier. So
yeah, they're like, oopsies, we forgot how to play our own game, but here's what you do.
And I think I got that email yesterday or the day before. I think it was recent. I think it's 2 days ago.
It almost sounds like, you remember when you would like try inputting like secret codes in like Nintendo or Super Nintendo or whatever? It's like up, down, down, hit this button 38 times, and then blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like that, but
that's
it's
how
like
Tunic
Mario Kart
was.
World. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. But Tunic, I'm okay with that. I'm good with that.
It was
but,
good.
Like,
I love that game.
This just feels really arbitrary, though. It's like these 10 specific things. And what is mirror mode? Like, is it
you just play the course
world?
and mirror? And what's funny is like even like Luigi's hat, the L is backwards, and I would say Mario's M is backwards, but how can you draw an M backwards?
Yeah.
But so his L is backwards. It says hey Mario Kart World. It says Taka. Oh, you're me.
Oh, does it?
It says Mario Kart backwards, and everything, and then the whole course is mirrored. So
the whole world is flipped because like you just drive.
I don't think you can go into free roam in Mirror World. I think it's just the courses.
Okay. So they sort of gate that bit off, right?
Mirror mode isn't. So when you go to choose 50cc, 100cc, 150cc, another option is mirror mode, which is also 150cc, but
got it. Okay.
So you get to choose which mode you want to go into. There's no open world mirror.
And can you do mirror mode online against people?
No, I haven't seen that option. Another gripe I have with it is that I can't play Knockout Tour online with somebody else. I haven't figured it out, at least, because we tried. Yeah. And we can't play online against other people, which is annoying.
Yeah.
So together.
Right. I think we could. I think there is a way to do it, but you've got to
have to be chance.
Well, yes, and
Ariana.
You know how you thank you for calling me Ariana. She's so beautiful and talented. And I will take it. No, I think so. So when we were playing online yesterday, you created a room, and because we're friends already, like connected as friends through the Switch too.
Yeah.
Like I can quickly go to your room, no questions asked. But I think you can. Yes, come on in. Everyone's invited. But then I think what you can do is then you can create a room and then get a code for it, and then so anybody who has that code has to enter the code and then get into the room if they're not one of your friends. Because
but also how do they get the code?
Well, this is what I was when I was listening to some.
You just go online to like a Reddit, to Twitter and be like, join my room.
Yeah, honestly, there's that, or like some streamers,
or a live stream,
yeah. But the problem with it, they were saying, is it's really cool, but like, let's say you're the one that's hosting the live stream and you're doing knockout, and it's 24 people. If you get knocked out in the first round, you can't leave in the stream. It's really boring because people are you're sat there going like, oh, I'm just waiting for other people to finish my round. No, you just do commentary
like it's a sports event, like sports ball's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I think probably proper game streamers are finding it. They're going like, well this isn't great because bitch,
you can't knock me out. I'm always top 4.
Yeah, just get good, motherfucker. Yeah. I could talk a big game, but I am not good at Mario Kart World, which you saw yesterday.
You did pretty good against me. I mean, you didn't beat me, but you did pretty good. You beat me on some courses, but I always ended up getting first place overall.
Yeah. I think, you are pretty good. Like, I don't know about the numbers you were talking about when you started this segment of like 7,000 or whatever. Like, what's that, world ranking or something?
You will soon learn.
Yeah, what does it mean? Tell me.
So everybody starts at 3,000 points on every category, in the Grand Prix, in the Knockout Tour, Knockout Rally, whatever they call it, and the Battle Mode. And then you start at 3,000, and as long as you place at 3,000, as long as you place 20th or better in the knockout, then, or as long as you place, you know how when you go to in Grand Prix, it like adds up, like first place gets 15 points, second place gets 12, third 10, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
As long as you place within that bracket where you're getting plus points, then you'll get another point added to your total. So I'm at 6,700 and something. But but if you don't, then you get minus points, and you go. I don't know if you can go below 3,000. I wouldn't know that, but I wouldn't know that. But I'll be like,
tell us if you're a loser, because I won't
tell us
know.
if you're a loser, if you're in the 2000s. But and I don't know if the match system is matching you with other people with higher numbers or not.
Oh, I see.
Because I do see low numbers.
Yeah.
I do see like 3,000s playing with me. I'm like, okay. But so anyway, so when you get first, the more points you get, and so on and so forth. But recently I got I got to top 20, and then I got to top 16, and then
in like
I didn't
the world.
No. I'm talking about knockout. So you get to be one of the 20, be one of the 16, then be one of the 8 or whatever that is, the 12. I didn't get the 12, and I looked and I got minus points. I was like, oh, I guess the higher number you get, the better they expect you to be.
And the more you stand to lose if you
exactly.
lose, yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. It's a little ranking system, and I'm kind of enjoying it. I want to get a shirt say I'm like, I'm 7,000s, bitch, when I'm there, at least. But
yeah, if you know, you know, kind of thing.
If you know, you
right?
know, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to admire that number on your shirt, because I suspect, given my ability, I will never be in the 7,000s.
You will.
Maybe one day, but I don't hold out a lot.
Just let me borrow your Switch for a week, and I'll be there, or for a day.
Yeah. It's like when you put when somebody ties their Fitbit or walking thing on their dog, and then they're 10 million steps,
and then it says go, run, be free.
Yeah. Hey, listen, there's another revenue stream for you. We could get people to come to you and be like, play my Switch 2 Mario Kart, give me a 7,000 score or whatever. That would be really cool. You'd be like, money, please. Money, please.
I'm exhausted.
I think, okay, so, yeah, what else, Mike? What else? Because I want to, what are the other
Okay, so other than Mario Kart, I mean, it's just the thrill of having new tech, right? So it's the Switch to itself. It's like the Switch and a next gen console had a baby, and here it is, because it's not like groundbreaking technology, but it is exactly it's brought up to speed. Yeah. And so but it's so exciting because it's so smooth, and Mario Kart, although it looks like 120 frames per second, is actually 60 frames per second, but there's a motion blur added. I was watching some video, and
cool. And
so this little blur gives it it gives you the illusion of having 120 frames per second. But it looks really cool. I mean, this looks good. So it's just like that. We're in that happy stage of having new tech and just enjoying it, and looking at our old Switch and being like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah. What are you doing
suck.
Here?
You're like, no, come back. I love you.
I'm ready to sell mine on. I'm the only reason I need it right now is to charge those stupid Nintendo controllers. Yeah,
I have all my Switches, so I don't know. I'm a hoarder.
I think you should keep your Zelda one. I just have a typical OLED, so I'm happy to get rid of it.
Well, I would like to try the gameplay sharing thing when someone can play on my old Switch while we're playing. What is it? Is it how your how your PlayStation does the thing with the thing
with the PlayStation Portal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, have you during Mario Kart, the haptic feedback on the controller? I don't know if it works the same on your controller for having the older Pro controller, but on my Pro controller, like you're racing and there's zebras and they're running, and you just feel every gallop on your controller.
Oh, cool!
You feel it on this side and this. It's just the haptic feedback is actually kind of amazing. The first time I was playing it, I was just tears were running down my face, and I was like, "This is so good."
And you could feel it in the controller. It knew you were crying. It was
exactly
slow drip.
Exactly.
I have played a lot of it in handheld mode. So I've been feeling all that stuff.
Okay, good.
Through the Joy-Con. And I think just to kind of share some thoughts about Mario Kart. I think so. I'm not the biggest Mario Kart fan personally. I enjoy it. I think
I never
fun.
was either.
Yeah, but
I think it's always a game I buy. It's always a game I have. It's always fun to bring out when people want to. If people do want to play like a video game with you, to have a guest or whatever, like, hey, want to play Mario Kart? Like, yeah, you know. But it's not like you said, it's not like I'm like it's not my favorite franchise.
No, it's always well executed. You know you're gonna have fun playing it. And something you've just said there actually sparked a thought in my mind. Like, what a strong, because what like when the Switch came out, we had Zelda, right? And everybody, like, you just loved that system for Zelda. Like, you wanted to wake up every day and like touch it and like be in that world and all that kind of stuff. And I think one of the great things Nintendo has done, which is probably deliberate, is by instead of releasing a single player like experience game, they've deliberately put out this game that wants people to play together, and you want to have your friends around. So what's going to happen? Your friends are going to come around. You're going to give them one of the new Joy-Cons. They're going to experience it, go, oh, now I want to switch to. Or they're going to like see you playing the game chat feature, which we did yesterday.
Yeah.
And I have to say, that's a secret. I think that's a secret game changer that is like, I know they're promoting it, but I didn't really understand the value of it until we did it. And it works so freaking good. Like my Switch is, I mean, I don't have the hugest sitting room and my sofa is just here off camera. But like, even over there, I was like chilled out on my sofa. I didn't have to like scream or shout. I was just talking normally. I mean, I do talk kind of loud, but like, it was super clear. I could hear you.
I felt like I had to talk loud though. I felt like
Did
I had
you?
to,
Okay.
I was like, I know I didn't.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was like, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You know? So, well, and then I started talking normally after a while, and then the camera actually, like, it tracked my face, and I don't have the Switch camera. I just plugged in an old webcam into it.
Okay.
Because I figured, I was like, my webcam better quality than the Switch's webcam.
Right.
You know, I have like HD 1080p on my webcam, and still the quality, I feel like doesn't matter the quality of the webcam. What matters is how Nintendo processes it, and it's always going to make it the same. It's like, you have a great webcam? Well, guess what? It's going to look like shit now. But it works, and it was kind of cool. Because, I mean, you're like this little on this, when you're driving, you're like this tiny, like driving around. Yeah. You know, so it's like, what do you really need a good webcam for, you know?
No, it just needs to, yeah, absolutely. So they've sort of solved for that problem, right? Because it's on the system level that it's going to turn it into whatever, you know, how many DPI or frames per second. But what I thought was super cool about that, like, what I thought was going to be like a little gimmicky thingy, wasn't though, because they like put your picture right next to your cart that you're driving around. So I'm seeing, you know, your picture driving around, and then anytime I hit with a turtle shell, then your face spins around and stuff. So it's all those like little Nintendo touches that make something that would feel kind of like, oh, I don't really want to use that. Actually, you go, oh, this is really gamified. This is really cool.
Yeah, because I felt like I was missing out because you didn't have a cam, and I was like, oh, you have to go to like, you know, go and get a little cheap cam. So
I'm sure
see your head spin around.
I'm sure I've got one somewhere here. I just need to wait for Richard to get home because he knows where all that shit is. Because then we can just, you know, set it up and definitely try it out. But it makes me like, I want to do it more, right? And even even when we were like, before we got into playing Mario Kart World, like I was just playing Super Mario Odyssey and you were doing things, and like you could see me playing Mario Odyssey, but it just kind of felt like we were hanging out. And there was no weird barriers. I didn't have to sign into like a Nintendo app, and I didn't have to have my phone next to me. It was just built into the system, and it worked. And I think
and it just worked. So and I think that's I have no complaints on that.
No complaints.
The microphone surprisingly was really good because you were like, can you hear me playing Mario? Can you hear my noise from the Mario Kart? Because like the Switch is like literally next to the speaker. Yeah. And I couldn't.
Nothing.
So
it's great. Well done, Nintendo. And I think if you know how people like some of the feedback or like reviews of the system have been like, it's lost that Nintendo magic. I want something totally different. You know, there's those people that think every new Nintendo system has to be a completely new experience. But actually, I think this is the magic, right? This and the I'm not sure about the mouse. I haven't really done that yet, but I think
we just need games that are like hardcore mouse action. I think it'd be
I think Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is going to be one that I want to check out.
I'm gonna get Fireburn because I mean, how else am I gonna play it? I don't have like a table. I'm gonna have to buy a table just to put in front of me in front of the TV, just to So
yeah, that is one of the problems. Like, I just don't ever see myself being like, oh, let me just rub this around my thigh. But it works. I mean, I tried
if
it
it
a little
works,
bit on
yeah.
my. It does a little bit. I pulled it out and tried it on my thigh just to like play around, like selecting things.
That's
Yeah,
what she said.
yeah, a sentence I never thought I'd say about a Nintendo system.
I pulled it out and tried it on my thigh.
Yeah. You too can try this at home with your Switch too, kiddies. Oh man. Yeah, so it's I think but then going back to Mario Kart for a few minutes, I like I said, I'm fine, I'm enjoying it. I'll pick up and I'll play through it. I think I think there's still a lot to be desired about the game, and I suspect and I hope that this is going to be one that Nintendo keeps updating through DLC and whatnot, like to fill the world out a bit more.
I'm sad the DLC. I mean, for example, like there's no Splatoon characters, there's no
Yeah.
Link, there's no Hyrule
Yeah.
racetrack, there's no driving underwater in this one.
Mhm.
Which I'm like, will that be DLC? Will I have to pay to drive underwater?
Yeah.
I mean, or is it just? I mean, I do subscribe to the Nintendo Switch Online.
Okay.
So like, is that going to be included with my online subscription?
Yeah.
And because the last one was with those new racetracks and all that.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of like, but where's all the underwater drive? There's a whole world under there, under the water. It's a whole ocean out there.
Yeah.
With all these cool, like the whales jumping in the air, and then there's other fish and the cheeps and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the manta ray looking things. And I'm like, there's an underwater adventure there waiting for us. And I'm just like, please, I miss my underwater levels, and I miss Hyrule. Give me back Hyrule. Like I miss playing as Link, and so I don't know. We'll see what they'll do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, watch this space. I would be surprised if they charge us for the DLC because they made such a big deal about the game costing, $80 because it's worth it, which I don't know. Right now, I don't feel it is. I mean, I'm happy for it to be the kind of like pack-in discount that we got for buying it at the bundle.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I mean, I'm enjoying the races. It's like I feel like they're interesting. They're fun. I'm enjoying most of the
No, I'm enjoying it.
challenges and stuff.
I played every level
Yeah.
like 20 times each, and now I'm
Yeah.
like, I want more.
Yeah.
Was that fair? I want my grinder. Where's my adults only area I asked for? Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to see random people,
That's
even
it.
if you just limit it to, I don't know, 24 people or 50 people or 100 people in
Yeah.
every world that you just enter into. Like, it's World of Warcraft, and you're like, oh, I'm in this server, and it's overcrowded. No, but like limit
Yeah.
it to an area, and you have 100 people in here in this world that are just randomly driving around. And I
Yeah.
think, and then when you hit a P switch, like it kind of like fades out that open world, and you kind of leave for a second and come back, because you don't want other people messing around with your missions. So,
Yeah.
but like I want that open world feel, and
Yeah.
I want to be harassed by like a 9-year-old that's
Who
like,
can,
keeps
like,
on
really
getting
good
shells
at
and,
him
and
and,
like
like,
hitting
yeah.
me and all
Yeah.
this all the time. Like, won't leave me alone. Like that would be
Yeah.
like, I'm going to exit here. I'll go to a different world.
Yeah,
know,
if you could drive into an area and all of a sudden it becomes like the versus mode, right? Where you can
Yeah.
like you suddenly have a balloon, like the balloons pop up or whatever it is. I haven't done versus mode yet, but you go in and
I
you have
haven't
a little
either.
battle or whatever. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it feels pretty sparse. And there's times when I'm driving around in the free roam or whatever is the open world, and I'm just like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? What am
But
I
I'm
doing?
also
Yeah.
enjoying driving around doing nothing. I
That's
don't know
true.
why.
Yeah.
But like I'm just driving around like, oh, this is just driving around. Like, what are you doing? Just driving.
Just driving, just hanging
And,
out, joyriding.
Joyriding. And then like, oh, I'm just practicing my tricks and practicing my wall grinds and
Yeah,
my rail rides and whatnot.
yeah,
But I do want there to be some type of, I want it to be alive.
yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I would say so. More space. I mean, I'm going to keep playing it, and I'll kind of after I've played a lot more and gotten maybe more experience like you have, I'll share some kind of full thoughts on it. But for right now, I'm fine with it. It's fine. I am looking forward to I want that because I love single player experiences a lot, and that's what makes me really fall in love with my system. So one of the thing that I'm enjoying the most about my Switch 2 at the moment is going back to all those games that I had, like Zelda, like Echoes of Wisdom, like Mario Odyssey and stuff, and going like, oh my god, these games look freaking beautiful. they're just looking so good. And I'm so good with that because that's making me very happy. But I want that first big Switch 2 game, and Mario Kart World just doesn't hit it like that for me.
Yeah, no. There's only so many graphics you can do on Mario Kart World. Yeah, I can count Bowser's whiskers or whatever, but his hair and all that. But I'm just there's only so much you can do with a Nintendo Mario game. They're gonna still look like The Simpsons. This is gonna be a cartoon. You can't improve on something that's already done. You can't. If they try to make it even more, if they try to make it realistic or something, or more realistic or anything more realistic, it's not realistic at all. But if they try to make it look realistic, it would look silly. It would look like a Disney live action film.
Exactly.
And so so no, you can't improve on these graphics any more than you already have. You can improve on the scenery and whatnot, but I think when Metroid comes out, I'm hoping it looks stunning. Cyberpunk 2077 looks amazing apparently, and I would like to get my hands on that, but I want the physical because that one has the whole game on that little tiny cartridge, and I think that's the one I'm going to buy physical. So
I think I'm going to pick that up as well. And then Donkey Kong Bonanza, I know we've got the what's it called this week, the Nintendo Direct about that, but that one I feel like is going to be something that makes me go, okay, now I'm finally playing a Nintendo Switch 2 game that does, because Mario Kart World feels a lot like Mario Kart 8, right? It's not like the experience is a little bit different, but in this, it still has the same DNA, right? So,
yes, it looks better.
Oh, totally.
But also, like I said, it just, how good can you make a cartoon work?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, but also same with Donkey Kong's, the world better look amazing because you can't really again, you can't improve on a cartoon, I feel like, in my humble opinion. But yeah, so I think there'd be certain games that will come out that will definitely shine on the Switch 2. And like I said, No Man's Sky, I want to jump back into that, and it looks stunning. It looks like how it looks on other systems, but to have it in your hand and do hey, meet me at the park, I'm gonna play No Man's Sky, what? So.
And look, I'm not I'm not necessarily think everything has to be best graphics. I just want really good gameplay experiences, and I know Nintendo can deliver on that. So I have all faith that that's going to happen. But
basically all of their first party games are hits.
Yeah, so exactly. Yeah,
there's a few Mario All Stars that were really bad. Not All Stars, Mario Parties that were really bad. But even in the end, they weren't that bad. They just weren't as fun as the other ones were. And so, but most of their games are pretty great.
Pretty great. Oh, so, loving the Switch 2, having a good time. Look at Suki. She's loving it too. There she is. Anything else, Mike, on Mario Kart World, on the Switch 2?
All I know is that there's definitely DLC on the horizon.
Cool.
And I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I feel like I'm done. I did everything there is to do in Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
However, I still go back to it. So, but I feel like there's P switches in this, but I feel like I've unlocked what I've unlocked, and what's the point of completing these other missions?
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to see what else they come with. I want my underwater levels. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you hear that,
Hashtag
Doug Bowser?
Nintendo. Yeah, Bowser.
Mike Malldee says underwater levels now.
Underwater levels today.
And if you don't, well, just blue shell to you, we say. Blue shell to you.
Blue shell your face.
Thanks, Mike. This has been fun talking about our Switch 2, kind of time with it, talking about Mario Kart World. I can't wait for you to play Echoes of Wisdom, so I'll have to get over there and do the virtual card sharing system. And Mr. Shifty, I there's something in there for me. I don't, but now that
I think you would enjoy it.
But if it's broken,
maybe
I don't want to
try
play
it on a different system, or try. I wonder if it will work on the Switch one. I guess I could pull her out and try.
Yeah.
But then I'm just I feel like I'm neglecting my $500 investment.
It's okay. It's okay. She'll forgive you. She'll forgive you. Yeah. There's room for all. Your heart's big enough. How's that?
My heart is big.
All right. Well, that is about all the time we have left for this episode. Mike, tell the listeners where they can find us on socials and how to engage with you as well.
All right. Yeah, you can find us on YouTube's at Out of Sync, Out of Sync Gaming Station, or Out of Sync Gaming. You can find us on Instagram at Out of Sync Gaming, on Twitch on Out of Sync Gaming, and on myself at Out of Sync Gaming on Instagram. I'll respond to you there.
Cool. Also, you started TikTok recently, didn't you?
Oh yeah, and TikTok, Out of Sync Gaming. Imagine that.
Imagine, yeah.
Pretty much all the socials.
Yeah, just Out of Sync Gaming on all the socials.
And you can follow you can find us on our website for the podcast, and also links and reviews at outofsyncgaming.co.uk.
Mm-hmm. You're killing it on socials, Mike. I'm loving all the work you're doing. It's great.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah. It's awesome. And if you have any questions that you'd like us to talk about on an upcoming episode, listeners, email us on gamers@outofsyncgaming.co.uk. That's gamers@outofsyncgaming.co.uk. Ask us your video game questions. Share your thoughts on Switch 2. Did you get one? Do you not have one? What questions do you have about the system? Ask us any questions about anything. We'll try and answer it. But that's all we have time for this episode. So all that's left to say is until next time.
Play the games you want to.
Bye.
Bye.